everyone, so this is a quick tutorial on how to get this really fall autumn look. I really want to do this video because I haven't done a tutorial like a full-on foundation, eyeshadow, blush, lipstick, the full shebang tutorial in a really long time. So some of you guys have been looking for new content, so I've been trying to do these videos for y'all. And don't forget to thumbs up the video if you guys like these kind of videos. Tutorial videos is what I mean. Excuse the lighting, I'm using natural light from my window and the box light here, and it's really difficult to control the sun. If it goes reddish, it's because my next door neighbor has a red house, so the redness kind of reflects and it's hard to counteract the color. So if it changes really suddenly, I'm really sorry. I can't really control the sun and my color and the color of the neighbor's house. So I did this really cute smoky eye. It's a really simple, fun look for fall, and I used some really awesome products, so stay tuned if you want to learn how to get this look. Alright, so to first start off with, I'm going to show you guys my skin, just how it looks without any kind of makeup. I'm bare natural right now, so you can see all my acne and scars and like blemish marks and stuff. So yeah, I'm starting off with the Chanel Vitalumiaire Aqua in beige 30. You have to shake that up really well because it's watery. Alright, I just splay that across my face with my fingers. I like to use my fingers when using this because it just makes it go on much more natural and pretty. And this foundation goes on really sheer with really good coverage. Alright, so next I'm taking the Nars Pro Prime eyeshadow base. I'm using that. It's really good for oily skin. I just kind of blend that on both eyes. Then I'm taking the Color Tattoo in Rich Mahogany by Maybelline, and it's really pretty brown cream eyeshadow and has a really pretty gold and red metallic flecks running through it. Then I just smudge it out with my fingers, and it's really easy. You can put it on really messily and not have to worry about it. Just a really good base. Then I'm going to take the Too Faced Natural Eye Palette with Coco Puff, which is a pretty dark brown, with the Sigma 275, which is like an angled fluffy brush. And it's really good to blend out and really cheat and do a really angled smoky eye really easily. It's one of my favorite brushes from Sigma. Then I'm going to take Honey Pot, which with the 252, which is a flat shader brush. Honey Pot's a really pretty rose gold, warm toned metallic brown. It's pretty. Yeah, it's really easy to blend with the other Cocoa Puff color. Then I'm taking Classic on the 252 again and just using that to lighten up the eyes a bit and bring some more light back. And then I'm going to take the 217 with that Push Up color and just blend that and just make sure everything's nice and blended. Go over the entire eye and just blend it so it looks really, really smoky. So just keep blending and blending all over the lid. Make sure you blend out that darker Cocoa Puff color. And next I'm going to take the Scandal Eyes by Rimmel in 005 Nude and use that to lighten up under my brow. I really don't like to use too much shimmer, since the rest of the eye is shimmery. I'm going to use the creamy consistency of it, the matte-ness of it, and it looks really, really pretty, contrasting against all those metallics. Then go back with the 217 with whatever you have left over of the other color and blend. Then I'm going to take Physicians Formula Ultra Black Liner. It's really, really good to give a very thin line, which I really like to go for because I have such short lashes. And then just make sure you wing it out just a tiny bit, really small, petite fleck, and it just makes your lashes look thicker. And now on to the face. I'm going to use Amazing Cosmetics Concealer in Medium Golden to use as my concealer for my acne and stuff. I use different concealers for my eyes and for my acne, and just use that to cover all the scarring, any kind of vein that I have under my eye, any kind of acne or even active acne. It just covers really well, and I like to use that to cover all of my imperfections. Then I'm taking the L'Oreal Magic Lumi in the light nude, I think it is, and I just use that to highlight under my eyes and highlight down my nose and around my Cupid's bow. Then I'm going to take the Real Techniques pointed foundation brush, and I'm going to use that to blend out all of the under eye concealer and the nose concealer, just because I like the way it points and is really, really good to get in the little corners of your eyes and everything and on the side. And you can clean up your mess. If you made a mess of the eyeshadow at the edges, you can clean up really easily with that brush because it's angled. Then I'm going to take the Real Techniques buffing brush. This is my favorite brush to use when I'm blending out my concealer for my acne and scars because it just blends really beautifully. It almost like just disappears but still leaves the coverage for the concealer. It just really beautifully blends everything. So I use that all over my face just to blend any foundation if I miss spots and to blend out the concealer that I placed earlier. I think it's really important to let your concealer set when you want it to cover something a little bit intense, like if it's a real blemish or a really dark scar or deep scar. I think it's important to leave your concealer on for a while so it can just like really, I don't know, thicken up or something. So now I'm just blending, making sure everything is really nice and blended, and as you can see I do stippling marks and I also do little circular motions and just use it to really pack on that concealer and blend it really beautifully. Then I'm going to go on to use the Urban Decay D-Slick. This is a really good setting powder. It doesn't have any kind of cover to it, so it just sets what you have. And I use the powder puff to really pack it on because I have a really oily skin, and the Vitalumiaire by Chanel isn't very of a matte finish. It's more of like a satin finish, so I like to make it matte by using this powder, and it just does a really great job, especially with the powder puff. It helps set the concealing I did really well. I like to use a powder puff once again because it helps keep the concealer and concealing that I did in place rather than using a big old brush. It helps it set better. And here's a quick little look of how it sets. Next is the Real Techniques Brow Groomer Brush. I use this just to comb out my eyebrows because sometimes I get foundation in them and sometimes they're just like out and crazy. So I'm using the Milani Brow Kit in Medium 02, which is my favorite shade. I think it just has really good eyeshadow shades to blend into two different colors. So I'm using that at the tip, using the lighter shade just to thicken up that part of the brow, and then I'm using the darker shade just to fill in the more sparse areas because it'll look a little bit nicer. So I always use a lighter in the inner part and the darker on the outer part of the brow. And then just do the same thing to the other eye. Then I'm going to take the Great Lash by Maybelline just to set them and keep them in place. My eyebrow lashes, or eyebrow hairs, that's weird, are kind of long, so I like to comb them into place so they stay. Then I'm going to take Nars's Laguna bronzer and use a Trish McEvoy 37 bronzing brush. It's a really nice tapered angular brush just to get in all the crevices of your face. And I use that just in the 3 shape. I like to just blend towards the hairline is the most important key so everything looks seamless and all in place. And most importantly, I do the jawline just to define it a bit more and remove any kind of double chin. Then do the same thing to the other side. Then I make sure to blend around my nose, under my chin, and on the neckline. So next is cheeks. I'm using the Nars Blush in Sin. It's a really cute, gorgeous rose gold color with the Trish McEvoy 2B blush brush. This is a really good blush brush to really pack on the color, and I'm making sure to do like a patting motion so I don't disturb any of the concealing I did around my cheek area. But it's a really gorgeous, plummy, peachy color with gold flecks running through it. It's so pretty for fall. Then I'm using the highlighter shade from the Milani Brow Kit with a highlighting brush from Trish McEvoy. This is really good for just using all over the face. I'm using the Milani Brow Pen to just bring back any of my birthmarks or beauty marks, as some people call them. I like to do this every time I do my makeup because I feel like it looks really weird if you just have them underneath your makeup and they're just kind of peeking through. I like to just bring them back and make them look a little bit more noticeable. Then I'm using the Coco Puff and Honey Pot together to use underneath the waterline to define it a bit more. I like to combine the colors just to make them a little bit more richer and a little bit more smokier, and just blending that with the pointed brush. So just once again using it on the outer corner, kind of underneath the liner, and the same thing on the other eye. Then I'm going to use the Trish McEvoy eyelash curler. This is a great curler. It's one of the best ones I've ever used. And then I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Mascara. This is one of my favorite mascaras right now. It's really new to me, but I really have been loving it so far. It's not waterproof, which is a different for me, but I think it sets up pretty well and gives a really good curl and definition for short lashes. Then I'm going to use the L'Oreal Telescopic Shocking Mascara for under my eyes. I only use this one under my eyes because it's waterproof, and I think the brush is so small it defines the lower lashes a lot better. Then next I'm going to use the NYX Lip Liner in 810 Natural. This is a perfect natural shade for my lips. I like it better than any lip liner I've ever used. I use this one a lot and it lasts pretty long. So I'm using that just to define my lower lid and the top lids, just to angle them up a bit and just define them so the lipstick doesn't run. And I think it just shades them really well. Then I'm going to use a Revlon Color Burst lipstick in number 25 Peach Parfait. It's really reminiscent to me, this color, of the MAC Viva Glam 5. It's such a beautiful peachy color, like a really gorgeous peach with some gold flecks running it, which is like the MAC Viva Glam 5. So this is a quick look. I'm pretty much done. Everything is really, really soft and smoky, but I think it's the perfect shades for fall because it's that plummy, goldeny peach color, and you have the same kind of color matching the lips. The eyes are a really soft, smoky eye, and they're nice, like a darker minky brown, and just a really soft, defined liner at the end. So I hope you guys like this look. Don't forget to thumbs it up if you liked it. And yeah, leave me a comment if you love these kind of videos. See you later.